Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. This return will take him out past the 25-yard line. Decent field position as this game gets going. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024, at quarterback, Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's got it, first down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. That one intercepted on the 3rd play of the game. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
Play action now. Prescott. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Still 3rd down.
So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. A run with Barkley. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Could have depended on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Now Dak on 4th down. He's got a man. That's Nacua. Complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. Barkley. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
The motion man is Nacua. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Now a screen set up for Barkley.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles 7, Lions nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Lions going back to work, and you get a look at their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. Drew was the offensive coordinator in Arizona the last 3 seasons before moving on to Detroit to take the OC job. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Allen now off the bootleg. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down. Laporta in motion. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
He may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Detroit.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Lions.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
If you're going to play quarterback in this league, bad things are going to happen. And if it's going to paralyze you and it's going to make you doubt yourself the remainder of the game, you're just not going to last real long playing at this level. So he's able to shrug off that opening drive interceptions, come right back out, leads his guys down for a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will level things out at 7 apiece.
At 7.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Devontae Smith there to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Go play action. It's Prescott. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Nice run there by Saquon. And you know, it's kind of funny, Mike. He might be the only player in the league that when they rush for over 1,100 yards, people like to call it a down year. And that's only because of the standard that he has set. Last season doesn't necessarily live up to the historic 2024 season, but there's no doubt he's still one of the best players in football.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Second down, Prescott. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Oh, how about the coverage there? Nowhere to go with the football. He just throws it away. It brings up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, here's Braden Mann to punch it away for the Eagles. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Throwing on second down. It's Allen. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yardage last season. Good here for the first down.
And at this point, Mike, it just becomes expected. You almost take it for granted that JSN's going to make these kind of plays. He found a new gear a season ago, going from a great receiver to the offensive player of the year. I mean, one of the best route runners in football, some of the best hands in football, and at the wide receiver position, that's a pretty good start.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And he'll just throw that one away, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And now third, they only need 2 yards. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. As the Eagles head back out on offense, you get a look at the defensive coordinator for Detroit, Kelvin Shepard. Shepard, good player, 8 seasons as a linebacker in the league before joining the Lions, and he's really moved up the coaching ranks now, year 2 as their defensive coordinator. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now he's just going to pitch this one forward.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That's taken in right side by Goddard. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw again. Dak. This one into the hands of Brown. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. To the air again. Prescott. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And third down coming up.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Here it is on fourth down. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Jamar Chase. Second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah, we see pretty often around the league, Mike, guys of his caliber, it almost feels like they get away with a little bit more than maybe the average defender, but not this time. I think the officials were right on it. That's a clear-cut PI.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Quickly into the hands of Chase. Inside the 25. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Philadelphia. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
And I think here, Mike, with this RPO, there's a clock in the quarterback's head. He knows if he doesn't turn this into a quick pass, he's going to have way too many linemen downfield, and then there's going to be a penalty. So he pulls it, can't throw to the desired target like he thought, and he ends up just tucking it and turning into the runner itself. So he added like an extra layer to a traditional RPO, and safe to say it worked.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally do get him down, but now flags come in at the end of the play, and that may tack on 15 more yards.
Automatic first down.
This drive started to take some nice shape. Another 1st and 10 here. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Hey, he did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Let's see what they do on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to be 4th down. Allen going to throw for it. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, You shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
That's Goddard in motion. A first down throw for Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. That one was intended for Devontae Smith.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of it. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Not much there, a yard or two down to the 48. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down.
And it's third down.
Third, they need 8. Laporta in motion. On third down, it's Josh Allen. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down, Detroit.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Now give to Gibbs, running right. Into space. And Gibbs into a familiar spot. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Lions 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
That's quickly out to Smith. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And an Eagles first
So
down.
both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. First down, 10 yards to go. That's Goddard in motion. Dak's going to push this one forward. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it. Some teams not so much, but in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
He was brought down by
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
RPO and a quick hit to Smith and Jigba. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Come to the line for 2nd and 4. A run here with Gibbs. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
At the 19-yard
Great
line.
run there, but
An
now the
8-yard
question
pickup.
becomes, when does the
First down,
defense start
Lions.
using their timeouts? You typically want to use them on the plus side of the 2-minute warning. So we'll see ultimately how they choose to play this out as this game kind of winds down.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Allen goes with a pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage,
Taken down
yes as
back
well.
at the 23-yard line.
Now, on second and long. Man in motion, heading right. Allen now on second down. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to run for it. Defense there to contain the scramble. They stop him well short of the first down marker.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
This one is on target, and it is good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Prescott now. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Dak to throw. Right back to Chase. He's got it again.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Again, Prescott to the air. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Great job there defensively, separating the man. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On 3rd down, Prescott taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. So overtime is coming up, and why don't we give you a quick refresher of the rules. In an exhibition game like this, each team still guaranteed a possession, that we know, although any defensive score ends the ball game. Each team gets 2 timeouts, but a slight change from a regular season game. We're not handing out any ties here. These 2 teams are going to play on until we get a winner. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Great start to overtime. Trying to put the pressure on early. One play, one first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Philadelphia.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Dak to throw. A quick slant taken by Chase. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
19 more yards.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's Bigsby. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
Joseph on the stop. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Second and goal. Saquon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he is going to score. It's a shocking finish here in overtime. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
Ready to begin another drive. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Darnold looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame. 6 yards to go here. It's third down. Now Darnold. He has the first over the middle. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Big hitter on first down. 31 yards. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Now Darnold out to play action. Completes it again to Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. Well, that right there is more of what we expect from him, right, Brock? Didn't get to see that much a week ago. Really held in check by great defensive efforts.
But what was great to see in that is he was kept quiet. Everybody else made plenty of noise to ensure they could get the win. Now, a week later, I know these receivers are the good ones. They want their touches. I see something like that, Kate, up here in the booth. That defense was sold out to stop the run. Maybe a great time to hit him with a little play action.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. He gets it again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up third and goal. Throwing here, Darnold. Has it down close. And he's going to be brought down shy of not just the end zone, Brock. That first down marker as well. So now offense facing an interesting fourth down decision. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.